Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Mamma mia, there is no moment of rest. Why? Because after the World Cup, after seeing Messi going into the final of Qatar 2022, what a performance of Leo Messi. Well, Ben Jacobs, reporter, well known, someone that is a lot tweeting about Premier League, especially Arsenal and Chelsea. He came out with what I have put on the thumbnail. We are speaking about some interest for Dusan Vlahovic, some interest already for the winter, January, but most probably for already the summer. So attenzione, that's what we will talk about Dusan Vlahovic. We will read the words carefully to understand what has been said there. Is it true? Is it not true? What will happen with the destiny of Vlahovic? If yes, why is Juventus thinking to sell Vlahovic after only 1 year or 18 months? We'll try to understand it a bit. That's really important because we know it. Dusan Vlahovic is the number 9, is the one that we were missing and that we bought 1 year ago to give us another dimension and also to finalize the goals that we were lacking after Cristiano Ronaldo was leaving, and for 6 months nobody able to take that ball and put behind the net. So we will speak about that. Of course, we can speak about Zinedine Zidane that I made a video today. Why is there or are there some voices of Zinedine Zidane? We can speak also about Marotta and the new hierarchy of Juventus. Whatever you want, that's what we will do today. Let me say hello before taking that really Christmas hat off. I wanted to start like that because we had that music. Ciao to Thomas Makluf, that is going immediately with rational thoughts, because he's saying, Beppe, attenzione, Vlahovic, he will decide himself, his destiny. He chose Juventus, and now he will choose if he will stay at Juventus or if he will leave. We'll check that, because it's a really great comment. Juventus for life. He doesn't care about Vlahovic. He wants to know if there will be a new center back at Juventus. Attenzione, we have some news. Fresh news reported by Giovanni Albanese about a center back. We can answer that one as well. Ciao Styler. Ciao Bebe. Please tell me what do you want to know? What's the point of selling Vlahovic in the near future? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Matthew, I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to leave. It's hard to be a striker under Allegri ball, is the comment of Matthew. Michel, yes, Rabiot is doing really well. I told you to everyone. Ciao, Beppe. Dwayne, ciao, Dwayne. Stop using Arsenal name for cloud. What is cloud? What are the cloud? Hey, there is a roof. There is no cloud. And it's the night. There is no cloud. The cloud's gone. We are on to bigger and better things with Nabri. No, Nabri. With the Gabriel Jesus, and now we are after Joao Felix and Mudryk. Mamma mia. But Gabriel Jesus, guys, I'm sorry, Dwayne, you are an Arsenal supporter. Our Gabriel Jesus is injured, unfortunately, because it's a player I really love. Really great signing from Arsenal, by the way. Before starting to be aggressive, Dwayne, I like Arsenal, actually. Actually, Arsenal, I could have been as a second team Arsenal supporter at the time when Henry, that I really loved from Juventus, he went to Arsenal, and then I was a big fan of Overmars, but also Vieira. What a team Arsenal. So tranquillo, Dwayne, tranquillo, basta, calma. What do you want me to speak about? I'm a Juventus fan. They're speaking about one of my best players to take them away to go to Premier League. Hey, what do you want me to speak about? Ciao, Dwayne. Welcome. I'm happy because if you're writing, it means that you subscribed, and we are happy. Welcome, Dwayne. Now we continue with Youssef. Ciao, Beppe. He's going to the Arsenal game in London on Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Italian time, and that's really great. Ciao, Juventus for life. Ciao, Dudu. Let's see if you will keep that picture in the recent future. Ciao, Bogdan. Ciao, Andy. Ciao, Gazzo. Grande Gazzo. Ciao, Jim. Do you think Juve will need a You already asked me. Wait. Marian. Grande Marian. Ciao, Rob. Ron Rusitano. Ciao, Abdi. Ciao to ADP. Ciao, Beppe, and to everyone in the chat. Hey, guys, I need to check where am I watching. I will watch here. Ciao, Colin. What's up, everyone? And now I believe that we said hello to a lot of people already. Yeah, Ferraz. If we sell Vlahovic, who are we going to replace him with? Okay, we start. Now we start. We start speaking about Dusan Vlahovic. What happened today? Well, we take it away. Enough. Ben Jacobs, he tweeted. Where is he? Here. he tweeted about Dusan Vlahovic today. It was actually 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago he came with the news. I will read you and then we will try to understand. Ciao MMA. Ciao grande MMA. Ciao grandissimo. What did he say? He said, he has been told, there are very real possibility of Dusan Vlahovic that will leave Juventus in 2023. 23 is long. It's 1 year. It didn't start yet. So it can be in January or in the summer. Could even be potential. No, it could not, because then we are already in 24. So January or the summer. A January exit is not being ruled out by those close to him. Who are they? We don't know. Several top European clubs are in touch with his agent, including Chelsea, although nothing particularly advanced at this point. So, Chelsea, but nothing is advanced at this point. Then he continued, because it's a long thread. Interested clubs are trying to understand first and foremost how urgently and early Vlahovic is prepared to move, and whether Juventus off-field troubles and new incoming board has changed anything in their favor. Vlahovic has 6 in 10 Serie A games. He denied being unhappy playing under Max Allegri. So if we go back to the comment here a bit earlier of, I don't remember who it was, someone wrote it in the chat that it was because of Allegri. Wait, let me check. I don't know where he is. Here is Matthew. Matthew said it's because of Allegri. Well, we can already, apparently, if we believe in it, we cannot rule out. Now, if we are looking and listening to the words of Vlahovic, he has no problem with that at the moment. We continue, because that's where we stopped. He denied being unhappy playing under Max Allegri. But Juve are open to cashing in, knowing Champions League is by no means a guarantee next season, and they may face sporting sanctions due to an ongoing investigation into alleged false accounting. For people that are following the channel, you know what we are speaking about. It remains to be seen whether Arsenal try again, having pushed hard in January to try and sign him from Fiorentina. Gabriel Jesus' injury will naturally prompt links with strikers, but told nothing significant between Vlahovic and Arsenal yet. Guys, if we go back to the first one, Chelsea, although nothing particularly advanced at this point. Nothing advanced with Chelsea at this point. Then, nothing significant between Vlahovic and Arsenal yet. Okay? Most suitors felt prior to the World Cup there was an opportunity for a summer transfer, especially Paris Saint-Germain. January now it's not impossible, although Vlahovic is dealing with growing injury. This is a persistent problem for him. Juventus are running further tests, and some suitors may be wary of his injury record. Definitely a name to watch despite only having been at Juventus a year. Guys, with all the respect for Ben Jacobs, that is doing a great job and probably reporting a lot of things. Guys, if we are analyzing all the thread, he said nothing and he said everything. Honestly, read it again. I try to read it to make sure that we are reading his words and not an interpretation. It's in English, makes it even easier so that I don't have to translate. Well, he said, interest from Premier League clubs, who? Chelsea and Arsenal, but Chelsea, at the moment, there is nothing particularly advanced at this point. What about Arsenal? Well, we don't know. At the moment, there is nothing significant with Arsenal. So, he's actually saying to us that there is the will of some clubs in Europe to go for Vlahovic, but nothing is at an advanced stage. But he's saying also, we can't rule out a sell in January. Is he lying? No, he's not lying. He's saying things that are absolutely obvious, that we have a top player named Dusan Vlahovic, because he is a top player, don't forget, 22, he will celebrate 23, if I'm not wrong, on the 22nd of January. He will celebrate 23, so young, lot of potential, already showed what is capable of, scored at the World Cup, even if with that growing pain he was not the star that a lot of people were expecting, didn't do a really great World Cup as the rest of Serbia, not because of Vlahovic, but because of the team Serbia, because of his growing pain. So the value of Vlahovic didn't increase that much. Now, why could Juventus sell Vlahovic? It's quite easy, my friends. Because Vlahovic was a big investment in January last year, where probably if we are looking at the finances of Juventus today, probably we overspent in buying him. Why did we overspend in buying Dusan Vlahovic? Because there were already a lot of clubs on Dusan Vlahovic that wanted to leave Fiorentina. If it was for Juventus, it was actually as soon as possible. He always loved Juventus. He's not a Juve fan. Let's not dream. It's not the club of his heart, but he always had some affection for Juventus since a kid. We know that. He loves also Real Madrid. We know that as well. Well, Dusan Vlahovic, he wanted to play to the strongest, biggest team in Italy, called Juventus. Roaring that black and white that he was already wearing when he was a kid. Not for Juventus, but there in Serbia with his team when he was a kid. Well, Dusan Vlahovic, he came and we overspent him, because if we were not giving the money that Comiso was asking, he would not have sold him, or at least not to Juventus, but probably in Premier League already. He wanted to come to Juve, Juve wanted, and they were obliged to have a number 9, so we went and we spent a lot of money. 75, 80 million euro, we don't know exactly, probably 80 million euro. The problem is that we gave him also immediately a top player salary. A top player salary is a problem that I was shocked at the time when I read the numbers of salary of Dusan Vlahovic, because yes, he had an incredible year with Fiorentina, not even 18 months, but a year. He started actually in January and he finished in January before moving to Juventus with a top year, banging goals in every possible position, with the left, with the right, with the headers, penalty, free kicks. He did really, really well at Fiorentina, but we paid him a lot of money already. Top player salary. What is the problem? I saw here a really interesting comment from Kamaboko Gonpachiro, that is saying De Ligt vibes. Well, there is a touching point when I was analyzing and when I was writing a bit of my notes here. You will see it. Wait, I said, where is it here? Opa. I said Vlahovic, De Ligt next to each other. Why? You see, I'm not lying. Why? Because the problem that we made with De Ligt at the time, it was pre-COVID. Attenzione, that is a game changer. It was pre-COVID. We gave Matthijs De Ligt immediately a top player salary, which meant that, unfortunately, you have no margin to negotiate. How many times did we speak on the channel, and I'm speaking already about the past management, Arriva Bene, Cherubini, Nedved, Agnelli, that after Cristiano Ronaldo, they changed their strategy of trying to be a bit more sustainable, stopping with these crazy amount of salary, except for some top players, at least well-known, already proven, 1, 2, or 3 in a team with lower salary. How much did we discuss on the channel that a lot of renewals would have seen drastically lower? De Sciglio, Perin, for example. We offered it also to Quadrado, that refused, or at least he didn't sign, because we still here for the same salary, 5 million, but a lot of players gone. Bernardeschi, Paolo Dybala, and so on and so on. So it's true that when we heard about the salary of Dusan Vlahovic, hey, it was big. You have no room for negotiation to increase him. Not that Vlahovic is asking today for an increase. This is absolutely not the case. But in the future, it could potentially be a problem. He has a contract. Hey, here, Pogba. Pogba is there, guys. Pogba is in the chat. We will read the comment of Ron Rusitano in a second. But it's true that that's a problem, because Juventus already know today that in the future, when you want to negotiate a contract extension with Dusan Vlahovic, it will be really nearly impossible. With a strategy of lowering, and he's already at the max of the roof of Juventus, will it be really, really, really difficult. On top of that, you have to say that we have some financial problems. We can't lie about it. We already put the solutions in place, but you will not fix everything in 1 year. So you will need to sell some players. How many times did we talk about Weston McKennie not renewing Rabiot, but Rabiot not renewing €0? Paredes going back €0. You are not cashing in. The money has to come from somewhere. So Vlahovic, with on top of that, the growing pain, and the growing pain is one of the most annoying injuries for a player, because it's not like the knee. The knee, you are going on surgery, you need 1 year, maybe 2 years, but after 2 years you are back 100%. Some earlier, some a bit later, but you are back and it's gone. Well, growing pain is something that if you are not going in surgery, and not a lot of players are going on surgery, because it's not something that it's that hard that you are going on surgery, missing 6 months. Well, if you are not doing, well, the problem is that you will keep it for really long. Some players, they heal from it with some rest. Some players not. This morning, Dusan Vlahovic, he came back. The first thing he did was J-Medical. And we were waiting to understand if he will travel with the team, if he will train with the team. And the answer is no. He will start from tomorrow, I believe, some individual training. So that means that he's not 100% healed. Juventus apparently is quite happy with how it is evolving for Dusan Vlahovic, his situation, because it's not worse after the World Cup. It's getting better, but it's not 100%. Will he be ready for Cremonese on the 4th of January? Maybe. We hope yes, but we don't know. We don't know if it will come back or not. So, if you add a lot of things, thinking, why would Juventus go for it? 3 reasons. First one, it's a player that has a groin injury, and that's an annoying thing. Second part, the finances of Juventus are not the best one, and we will need to cash in at a certain moment if we want to buy other players. Third one, because his salary is already a top salary, and that means that the negotiation in the future will be really, really difficult, with the fear of Juventus that in the future you will have to sell him, or at least no, you will have to lose him for free, because not extending his contract, if he's going to the end, you lose him for free, and that could be a disaster for the big investment that we did. This is the supposed reason why Juventus would do it. Then there are a lot of other reasons why Juventus would not do it. We will comment in a second. First, let me read a bit of the comments of the people. Otherwise, it's only a monologue and it makes no sense. It makes totally no sense. Radovan is saying, Beppe, Vlahovic was overspending, but we desperately needed a 9. I agree. And perspective he has is still promising. I am not saying he will launch himself on 100 million, but I think he will not be a flop. Comment of Radovan. Dino, did you see the Pogba news? Which one? Because I read a lot of Pogba news. There are some of our highest spending transfers. Yes. Mohamed, yes, Beppe, but this is no joke. 75 million. Surely Juventus think this is a player can help in the future. Yes, of course, of course, of course. Ron, thank you for the donation, buddy. Really appreciate it. Ron is saying, Beppe, Juve can win without Vlahovic. I would rather see a striker with Baggio, Del Piero ball control skills. If the right price comes, sell him. We will come back on why Juventus is not thinking to sell Vlahovic, because we already went where why they would. We need to speak about the why they should not sell Dusan Vlahovic. I'm not thinking that Juventus wants to sell Vlahovic now, especially not in January. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't think it will happen for multiple reasons. For the future, I don't know, but I don't believe that Juventus really want to do it now immediately. Then if we are speaking in 2 years, it can be something else. Then, Baggio, Del Piero, ball control skills, Ron. Ron. Baggio, Del Piero control skills. What are we speaking about? By the way, actually, the ball control skills of Alessandro Del Piero and Baggio, that were not these number 9s a la Vlahovic, should have been fulfilled by Di Maria this season, that didn't show it. Remember how many times did we say Di Maria being the assist man, the one that would feed Vlahovic? How many times did it happen? Not. I believe one assist for Vlahovic because he was not there, Di Maria. And that's the problem. Not that Di Maria is Del Piero or Baggio, but in terms of ball control, giving these assists to Di Maria, that would have been actually the player to do it. Not Vlahovic. Vlahovic is more the number 9, alla Ravanelli, alla Vialli, to speak a bit about number 9, the one that would have banged these goals, alla Bobbo Vieri. Thank you for your donation, my friend. I feel that selling him so soon does not compensate the value we paid for it. Besides, he is a great marketing, referring to Juventus. Gazzo, but that salary have a reason. All big European clubs, let me put it out, wait. All big European clubs wanted to have Matthias and also Dusan. Without that big salary, we don't had a chance against other European clubs, especially against Premier League clubs. Well, Gazzo, fantastic analyze. That's the problem where we are in today, when, a lot of time I'm fighting against Premier League fighting. No, not because Premier League they deserve, but fighting because Serie A was stupid to not catch them or to not do something. But we are in a reality today where you're obliged to give this money. The 7.5 or 7 million salary that you are giving to Vlahovic is standard. Tomorrow they go to Premier League and they win 10. Easy, 10. So, or you give that, or they don't come to you. So you are actually obliged, and this is a really big problem. Let me say thank you to Gravush Miklos Henrik, my friend, that just renewed his membership on the channel, becoming a member for 9 months. Beppe Forza, Juve sempre. Thank you for renewing the trust, Henrik. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Not only him, because we also have Mikey Mazzarese, 11 months, nearly 1 year. Nearly 1 year, Mikey. Ciao Beppe, if the price is right, I say we will sell Vlahovic. To be honest, I have been disappointed with him with his time at Juve. What do we have to know about Vlahovic? And I understand that some people are a bit frustrated or a bit disappointed about Vlahovic at Juve. Huh? Well, ciao Juve, that you made it, my boy. Well, why are people a bit frustrated about Dusan Vlahovic? Well, it makes sense in a way. Because he arrived in the middle of the season in January, where Juventus, we know, all of us, how bad the season was for Juve. He arrived and he had to adapt to a total different way of playing. Fiorentina was playing for him and with him. They had an oiled mechanism. He knew Italiano already, that was able to take advantage of Vlahovic and make it work. Because we remember the Fiorentina where he was coming from was a total different Fiorentina as the one that we saw the remaining part of the season, especially this year, quite bad for Fiorentina. Even if the last weeks they are getting a bit better, but it was a really disaster season for Fiorentina. He was playing 1 time a week. Do you remember it? He was playing 1 time a week. No European Cups with Fiorentina. And he could concentrate in playing 1 time. He arrived at Juve in a really difficult situation with a new coach, with a team that played for 6 months without real striker, but with a Morata and a Keane alternating each other to play that kind of strange fake 9 coming back on the middle of the field, and he and the team had to adapt. So that's why we didn't see immediately the impact of Vlahovic. I have to admit that if we are looking at the numbers of Vlahovic with Juventus, guys, for one that just arrived at 22 years at Juve in a difficult season, I can't complain too much about Dusan Vlahovic. I want to go back to the stats of Vlahovic. 36 games with Juve, 16 goals in total. If you are looking only last year, where he played 21 total games official, well, 15 in Serie A, 7 goals. 1 goal in Coppa Italia, 1 goal in Champions League. His first one after a few seconds with Villarreal. Do you remember? This year, not bad if you're looking 10 games with Juve in Serie A, 6 goals, 2 free kicks. That's a new skill that he has developed after the trainings with Massimiliano Allegri. One in Champions League, where unfortunately we are out. But do you remember the other problem of Vlahovic is that since last year he had that growing pain, where in some games we didn't understand why Allegri was not playing him. Because he was running to win that Capocannoniere title. Well, he was not playing him because of that annoying growing pain. He didn't go immediately in holiday at the end of the season. He remained longer than everyone alla Continassa to try to heal from it. Well, he didn't play, to remember, during the summer tour. We didn't see him playing because of that problem. And he started again the season with that growing pain that went a bit away, leaving him alone. And he started quite well this season, even if Juventus' season start was not perfect. And then at the end of the season, he was not there. So it's true that if we are looking at the year of Vlahovic with Juventus, in a year, he scored in total, I repeat, 16 goals in 36 official appearances. Some people can be a bit disappointed, we know it, ball controls and so on and so on. I would not judge a player of 22 that arrived at Juve in a really difficult moment, with on top of that, for 6 out of 12 months, growing pain problems. I would absolutely not. Then I understand that some people would be or potentially frustrated or saying, Beppe, I'm a bit disappointed, like Mikey Mazzarese. Who are the other ones? Comments. Let me check, because we have to continue speaking about it, because I told you the reason why Juventus would potentially sell him. I didn't yet spoke about the reason why we should not. Ciao Cecilia. Dusan should stay. He will grow. Hopefully. Can a player at least play more than a year before a renewal, please? But Sandro, no. This is not what I was saying or what I was explaining. Dusan didn't ask for a renewal. Huh? He didn't. We are speaking about future, and we know it. He has a contract, if we are not wrong. Let's go on transfer market, I believe, until 2024 or 25. Let me check. Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic, he has a contract until June 2026. So we have time, but we are in 2022. What does that mean, 2022? That, no, actually we are in 2023. At the end of the season, we are 2023. That probably after 2 years, 3 years, start speaking, okay, and asking, and probably we don't have at that moment the right or the possibility to renew with an increase of salary. But guys, I was not speaking about Dusan ask. I think I said it already. He was not asking for it. Ciao Aussie, mamma mia, that was really a long time. Buonasera, Aussie Spurs and Juve fan. Andy, keep Marotta away from this club, and Dusan will stay. Going immediately with big statements. Marotta would bring trash like Darmian as fullbacks to replace Quadrado. FFS. Unfortunately, Ron Rositano is right. DV9 lacks because BC. What is BC? And doesn't have the work ethic of Cristiano Ronaldo to become a ball controller. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with lacking the work ethic. I absolutely not agree with that. From the internal voices that I have from Juventus, I speak to you about the internal voice of Juve, it's one that is working really hard. Really hard. Then, Cristiano Ronaldo, well, it's something else. It's a machine coming from another world. But if you're speaking about Dusan Vlahovic, no. If there is something that you can't say, you can speak about ball control, you can speak about lacking this, lacking that, but you can't speak about work ethic. This is not true, because he's really a horse of work, and that has been reported by his ex-coaches and also by the actual people that are seeing him at Juventus. So on that one, I don't agree. At this point, it's just unfair. Everyone wants Premier League, and other leagues simply cannot compete with Premier League. Premier League is now the Serie A that it was 20 years ago. Eventually, he will want to leave. Well, again, Jurki, I then have people that will say that, Beppe, you're repeating yourself. You're always speaking about Premier League. It's not because I want to, and I'm not complaining about Premier League. Let's make that clear. They deserve where they are. But it's creating a problem. No, it's not creating. It is already a problem. Guys, if there was the intention, and still the intention, to create that Super League, it was because there is a why. There is a why. Today you can't just compete. What Italy did with Serie A in the 80s, they deserved to be there. The problem was that the other ones, well, they were a bit left alone. But from a certain moment, the other ones, they understood it and they started to invest. Premier League did it smarter than everyone and they deserve where they are today. The problem is that creating that many gaps makes that you can't compete anymore because players, of course, they want to go to the best in class, to the elite. They want to be there. So I can understand it, guys. It's annoying, but this is what we are today. And this is actually what Serie A is today. A transition league to go to the Premier League. But this is also what Ligue 1 is, except of Paris Saint-Germain, because we know with Paris Saint-Germain they have enough money and also the right to do whatever they want. So we know it. But that's another topic that I don't want to speak about tonight. There are not only that, but also Bundesliga. With a lot of players, they want to go to one club. It's Bayern Munich. If not possible, because Bayern Munich is full, well, they dream about or Real Madrid or going to the Premier League. Even if Spain, a lot of Spanish players are in Premier League. The only one that are not that much represented in Premier League are Italians. And that's important. That's another big important topic. Why? I was looking at and reading some stats a few days ago about the diverse nationalities in the diverse leagues. Well, you had Spanish everywhere, especially Premier League, but yeah, of course, La Liga in their home country. Germans everywhere, English players everywhere. The only problem is that Italian ones, they were nowhere. Nowhere. They play in Italy, except of some exceptions. Scamacca, Verratti. Think about 10 players, maybe. And attenzione, because not all of them are really starters in other leagues. But Italian players, Donnarumma, for example. But they want to stay in Italy. Why? Because Italy is a fantastic country. Because it's a mother country. La mamma, we love it. The food, the weather. We are growing with Serie A is the best. We are closing our eyes. We don't want to watch Premier League. We don't care because Serie A is the best. Why? Because it's a generational thing. Your parents are feeding you up, are educating you with Sky Sport Italia, with Rai, with Sport Mediaset, with the games, with this, with that, with the clubs, with the history. They are giving that history through you, that you are a Milanista, Interista, Romanista, Laziale, Napolitano, whatever club you are, Juventino, you want to represent, because this is a family thing. You have to make your family proud. You have to play in Serie A. This is the holy grail. It's there. While in other leagues, well, there is not that much of a history. Of course, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, of course, these clubs, historical Paris Saint-Germain has no history. Created in 73, I believe. Not 1873, 1973, really young club. So, Premier League, well, of course, there is some history in Premier League. But Premier League was not the top, was not the elite. It was kick and rush. It was really bad, Premier League. So, the stories that the fathers, the mothers are explaining and telling to their Italian son are Serie A, top. Rijkaard, Van Basten, for the older ones. The newer ones are speaking about Del Piero, Totti, Cannavaro. Guys, makes sense. And that's why a Locatelli, he wants to go to Juve. A Chiesa wants to go to Juve. Attenzione to Chiesa, because Chiesa, Juventino, from what we heard, from the stories, from the leaked messages from when he was a kid, is Italian, but he speaks really well, too well, English, Chiesa. So in the future, a journey or a try in Premier League would not be excluded. I'm not speaking today, but when he wins everything with Juve in Italy, why not? But Miretti, Fagioli, these are really players that they believe that Juve is the top. That next gen project is not only to grow players, to make them ready for the first team, or to sell them if we have no space and to have some money. No, it's also to educate and to share Juventinità, to transmit them what is Juventus. And that's really important. If you are listening to Didier Deschamps, to Matuidi, to this French player Zinedine Zidane, to Benatia, that is Moroccan, Morata. The love that they have, and most of them, the love that they, except of De Ligt, Dani Alves, and Felipe Melo, except of these three, well, the people that went to Juve, they explain how much Juve is a competitive club that wants to win, but still has that family vibe. And that's what we try to transmit them from young Sule, Ealing Jr., Kenan Yildiz. These players, they will become fanatics of Juve, or that's at least the mission that we have, to put them inside their brain since young age that Juve is the best. So that when they arrive in first team, it's not just to go into the Premier League, but maybe having that affection. Easier for the Italian ones, and it's a big work that we're doing also to the players, Mbangula, for example, players that are coming from abroad. Big talks today, eh? Mamma mia, what a really, really big life of deep thoughts today. Ciao Beppe, sorry I'm late. Yeah, you missed a lot. You missed a lot, Bianconeri FC. Today, normally I say you didn't miss anything. Today you miss a lot. I don't consider him a flop. Juventus is a different team than Fiorentina. He will grow. Premier League can pay more than 100 million in 2 or 3 years if he improves. It's a mistake to sell him now. Well, I spoke about why Vlahovic could potentially be sold in the opinion of Juve. I recap you for the people that just joined in 3 words. First of all, scared about that growing pain situation. 1, it's not the biggest motif. It's not the biggest reason, but that's one of the 3. 2, in the future, when there will be some renewal talks, Juventus can't increase him salary, so you are scared to lose him for free in 2026. Far away, really far away. Third one, because what was the third one I said? I forgot. Because of the salary that he's earning. I don't remember the third reason I told you. Mommy, I spoke so much, I forgot. Well, what are the reasons why keeping him? Grande Ealing Jr. He will renew soon, really soon. Ciao Carmine. Well, what are the reasons why he will, or Juventus would not sell him? First of all, because, guys, selling him without a replacement, and I'm not speaking about a replacement Raspadori, or a name like, give me a name, Immobile, no, I'm speaking about the top name. Selling him without having a top name there, which is not possible, to be honest. Who is the top player that can replace Vlahovic in terms of age, in terms of goals, in terms of potential? Well, in the image, it's not beautiful. It's not beautiful because what kind of sign are you showing? You are showing that you are in difficulty to keep these big players, potential big players. We lost De Ligt, but we replaced him immediately with Bremer. You remember, we waited from the moment that it was nearly sealed with Bremer. We said, okay, for De Ligt, go away. If you want to leave, go away. And 1 day or 2 days later, we had Bremer. Bam, bam. It was bam, bam, because we were obliged. And we forget about it. And we don't care anymore about De Ligt. Then, on the field, Bremer is doing fantastically well with Juventus. I didn't finish, huh? There are 2 tweets from Romeo Agresti. Thank you for the people that are mentioning me. Le ultime sul fronte Pogba. La sensazione è che per rivederlo in campo ci vorrà almeno un mese. I dettagli domani mattina su Gol Italia. Well, bad news. I want to finish also with Vlahovic because I didn't finish, guys. But the bad news is the feeling. Attenzione, the word is feeling. But it's true that today when I saw some image, here is Pogba. Speaking about Paul. Well, speaking about Paul. The feeling reported by Romeo Agrest is that to see him back on the field, we will need at least 1 month. Details tomorrow morning on Goal Italia. 1 month. What does that mean, 1 month? 14th of January. Okay? 14th of January. 14th of January, let's go on OneFootball to see Juventus schedule 1 month to see him partially with the team. You remember we talked here about 2 days ago about the objective to be a starter at Napoli. Do you remember that? What are the fixtures? Well, Cremonese, Juve, Udinese, the 13th, Napoli. So, having him around the 19th Coppa Italia already on the bench. How much does it move from the initial things that we were thinking? 3 games. A drama. Guys, we played without Pogba for 6 months. We know that we will have him. It's not a drama. Let's not make things bigger than they are. Okay? That's what I would recommend you. Before jumping and reacting, Pogba, flop, sell him, disaster. We'll never see him. We know that a lot of time we see a news, we don't think twice, and we go with a disaster. Well, let's try to rationalize. Then it's true that this morning when I saw the videos of the training, when he was alone with the ball, touching the ball without power, of course it's annoying, of course it's sad, of course it makes me angry, more for him because I know that he really wants to be there on the field. He wants to show what player he still is, and he doesn't have the possibility. He doesn't have the possibility to do it. So it makes me sad, and it pains. It pains, of course it pains. But if you're rational and you take a moment to understand, we knew that before the 4th of January, there were no games, official games. So 4th of January was maybe having Pogba on the bench versus Udinese, and maybe as a starter versus Napoli. Well, if we are postponing and reading the words of Agnelli that is saying at least 1 month to have him on the field, well, we are going towards having him on the bench versus Monza. Then it can be postponed. It can. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Is it annoying? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Will I have nightmares for it? No, but am I disappointed? Yes, because I wanted him not on the 4th of January versus Cremonese, but I wanted him versus Sassuolo on the 15th of August. What is he saying, Romeo? Juventus is working to try to organize 2 other friendlies. For the 22nd of December, there is the possibility in La Continassa with another team that we have to define in the next hours. Attenzione to Rijeka. Who is Rijeka? What kind of team is Rijeka? I never heard about that team. Rijeka. Guys, what is Rijeka? Is that a team or a player? Because I don't know. Rijeka. It's a team. But which one? No, is it a team or what is it, guys? Croatian team. Here. Which one? This one. Do I know that team? I don't know if I know that team. Anyway, we don't care. Maybe we'll play versus them and we will discover them. I don't know if I know them. Who are they? Close to Trieste. At least we save in travel. No, they come to us, so we are fine. We are fine. We are good. We are good. We are good. Anyway, bad news for Pogba. I told you about the Vlahovic, the first. Why? Why not? What did I say? I forgot. Mamma mia. Cecilia, can you remember me or remind me what I said about Dusan Vlahovic, why we should not sell him? Then we go in the next one. Henrik is not a superstar. No, he will. Attenzione. MMA, grazie amico mio. Una donation solo perché la temperatura sta meglio in Bahrain. Sì che si sta meglio lì. Ovviamente si sta meglio lì. MMA is saying Beppe, this is a donation. Why? Because the temperature in Bahrain is much better than where you are living. Mamma mia. I tell you the truth this morning. I was because every morning I wake up to bring my son to school. This morning, my mommy, I was already with the thing on the ice on the windows. Mamma mia, disaster! It was not going away. I was scratching the ice, and it kept coming back. I was like static at a certain moment. It's too cold. It was -1,000 this morning, -6 this morning. Too cold in the morning. Too cold. No, my Juventus. Yeah, okay. Cecilia, where is Cecilia? Pogba is the biggest flop this season. No, this is not the question I asked you, Cecilia. I wanted you to remind me why. Thank you for your donation, MMA. Grazie. Shatterstar. Ciao bello, I'm just tuning in, but I have read a lot of DV9's transfer rumor. Are these unfounded or should we be concerned? Shatterstar. Just explain since 46 minutes about Vlahovic, about the whys, and about what he said. If you have time, go for it. Wait, because I received a message. Guys, you know when it start to be real, when some people from other teams are contacting me to say, Beppe, we want to speak about some players. So I received a message from someone, a YouTuber from Chelsea, that said, Beppe, when do you have time to speak about Vlahovic? No, guys, what do you think? No, we will not speak about Dusan Vlahovic. No, I will not. I will not speak about Dusan Vlahovic with him. If he wants to, he come here, he learns. No. No, but then I told you about Dusan Vlahovic. Then, the points why Dusan Vlahovic would stay at Juve are quite easy. Makes no sense to sell him financially today. Today it makes no sense. Why? Because you bought him for, what was the right price? What are they reporting in terms of price on transfer market? I believe 80 million. Let's see. Vlahovic, 80 million. 80 million. Can you imagine Juventus selling him? Fee, 80 million. 80, 81, 82, whatever. Yeah, it's Matisse. Matisse is already there. Locatelli is there. He wants. Matisse in the mud. I will tell him. Matisse in the mud. Well, 80 million, okay? You're spreading it over 4.5 years because that's how it works with books. So 82 million divided by 4.5, you're paying back 80 million every year. Okay? That means that you have to do 82 minus 18. It's 64 million euro. 64 million euro that you still need to pay for Dusan Vlahovic. So, if you are selling him again for 80 million, what you are winning there, it's 15 million euro. Can you imagine selling Dusan Vlahovic 80 million euro in January just to have a profit of 15 million euro? Guys, it makes no sense in selling him. It makes totally no sense in selling him for 80 million euro. Of course, if you are telling me, Beppe, we can sell him for 120 million. 120 minus the 18 that we already paid on his initial value, then we are going to a profit of 60 million. And here we can speak, because like Cecilia is saying, who do you replace him with? Because it's not enough just to sell, making profit for 50 million. What do you buy with 50 million today? What do you buy with 50 million today? Especially when clubs, they know that you just sold your star player and that you are hungry and rushing to buy another star. So I don't believe in January Vlahovic leaving. except if there is a club that comes with 200 million euro, but that's another story that I don't believe that the club will come and sign Vlahovic for 200 million knowing that he's suffering growing pain. Forget about it. Forget about it totally. So, January excluded. Because he's not the player that brings you a lot of money. Next year, you already paid from these 82, 18 plus 9, you're already at 27. 27 minus 80. 82, let's say. 82 minus 27, you still need to pay 55. And here we start to speak about something that can possibly bring a bit more profit to Juventus. Because there you are, if you sell him at 80 million, you're speaking about, a bit more. You're speaking about 25, 30 million euro profit. Guys, 25, 30 million euro, it starts to be something, but not enough. Not enough. The only thing that you are doing is saving on his salary. So I don't see Vlahovic leaving now. I don't see that. I don't see it happening now. Financially, if the finances are a reason, I don't believe it. If it's salary, because it's too much, why not? If it's because he wants to have another possibility, another career, it would be really strange because he really wanted to do everything to come at Juve. So I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Thank you for Brandon Peloso, a name that I'm not reading a lot on the channel. So welcome to Brandon Peloso. That makes me really, really happy. That I'm honored because I know a lot of names sometimes. Then you see some names that you don't see that much. Appreciate it without even writing a message. Here is the message. Become another type of player like ADP. Who? Brandon. Ciao Beppe. I know the preliminary outlook for Chiesa is good. That's the message. Do you think he will return to the same form or having a difference like a different career like Del Piero? Well, when you are the type of player like Chiesa, you need to readapt your gaming style. Why? Because the injury that he had, the ACL that he had, means that also a player like Chiesa, he loves to have that dynamism, that stop and go, really fast, explosivity, dynamism, and turning also the knee. So these kind of players, they will have to adapt again. It's a bit too early to say will he be a Del Piero. Del Piero was, before the injury, for me, the best player on earth, competing with Ronaldo, Brazilian one. Different players. Technique, of course, Ronaldo, fantastic. But Del Piero was a fantastic player, guys. Undervalued by a lot of new generation people. And then he came back and he had to adapt himself a long way to come back. Here, now the technology is totally different. If we are watching Chiesa already in training, the movement that he's doing, I believe that he's a player that can come back quite soon. If he has no other injuries, he can go back quite soon to his level. Probably a new Chiesa, but a player that that can achieve again what he was before, I believe. That's why Juventus is really cautious also with Federico Chiesa. Thank you for the donation, Brandon. Really appreciate it. Blagosce, Tremont with Dusan Vlahovic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. 5 times Dusan Vlahovic as the emote. Thank you. 3 months with us, Blagosce. Really, really appreciate it. So I was telling you about Dusan Vlahovic. I will wear my Chiesa shirt on Saturday, I think. Makes sense, because there are a lot of chances that he will start the game. So it makes sense. Newcastle are serious about signing Rabiot and would be willing to offer him a huge contract to get the deal done. Guys, today you are shooting and I can't finish with Dusan Vlahovic. It's already 1 hour, I can't finish with Dusan Vlahovic. Why? Okay, let's go faster because then we can speak about the other things. Why? Dusan Vlahovic not selling, first of all, in January it makes no sense because you are not making profit. If it's to solve financial problems, you solve nothing. You can solve with McKennie, you can solve here with Rabiot because it's a player that you will lose for free. Letting him go immediately, they have the money at Newcastle. There were already talks of him to Newcastle since 2 years. Would bring you cash. Rabiot brings you cash. McKennie brings you cash. Vlahovic, not a lot. Not a lot. So it makes totally no sense. Then, two reasons. Third one, because he's a fighter. He's a winner and he wants to stay as well at Juve to try to win something. He knows that if he leaves Juve now, he will never have the chance to win the Serie A again. Never. Because then he goes to Premier League and it's a total different story. He knows also that he's in a journey where he needs to grow. From the moment that you decide to leave for even more money. Look at what's happening with Darwin Núñez. How much the kid is criticized at Liverpool. Then he scores, he bangs goals. Bravo, fantastic. Then he missed and the world is making memes out of you. You have to pay attention. You really have to pay attention about what you are doing. So he's still in that growing phase. He's come from Fiorentina, so he's a smart guy. I don't believe it. Why am I thinking that all these voices are coming out today? Because Bayern are looking for a 9. Because Chelsea is looking for a 9. Because Arsenal, they didn't forgive him to leave and to choose Juventus over him. And because Gabriel Jesus is injured today. Because we have that situation of a lot of media talk. Gazzetta dello Sport, Corriere dello Sport, a lot of people are talking bad about Juventus at the moment. Resignation of the board. So, of course, there are some questions about the situation of Dusan Vlahovic, but not only him. Other players as well. Today I heard Ancelotti loves Locatelli, for example. Well, there are some interest of the clubs and they go immediately to the agents saying, guys, is there a possibility that Juventus now with the new management, they want to sell their big value players to come in and to solve financially the situation? Because we know it, the first step will be to have financial people in Juventus and after that the sporting people in a second step. Well, it makes totally sense. It makes totally sense that we hear these voices. I again repeat, I don't believe that Dusan will leave tomorrow or in January, because it's already tomorrow. Can he leave at the end of the season? It will depend also on the result of Juventus. What about Champions League? Will be there or not? To repeat a bit, and I respect the work of Ben Jacobs, again, I repeat, but to say here, Chelsea's interested, although nothing particularly advanced at this point. Then he's speaking about Arsenal, the same thing. But I am being told nothing significant between Vlahovic and Arsenal just yet. So at the moment it's more voices of a logical situation more than a reality. Then Rabiot to Newcastle, is this something that I could potentially believe? I don't trust that much to Mercato Web, honestly, personally, but then everyone can believe who they want as a source. But I can believe that, yes, because I have the channel since nearly 3 years. Guys, by the way, nearly 3 years. Can you do me a favor? Because here we have only 76 likes. 76 likes. This is a shame. No, guys. No. And like that, guys, I'm sorry, 76, if we don't reach at least 100, guys. $88. $90. Not yet. We can do it, guys. Do I need to take the superpower? Guys, use it. Use the superpower. 92. Guys, because at the moment it's we need to go to 200. Hey guys, otherwise we don't speak anymore about Rabiot, about all these kind of things. 92. We stacked at 92. $93. We can do it, huh? I'm sure we can do it. 100. Let's go. We continue. At least we have 100. We can, otherwise, less than 100 likes, guys, you are laughing. This is a joke. We can continue now. Finally, we can continue. Well, They have money. They have money. Rabiot is not in a rush. Rabiot is not in a rush. He doesn't want to leave now. He's happy. He loves Allegri. So why should he leave? No, I'm reading some things, guys, that makes me really disaster. Really disaster. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Well, Rabiot interested by Newcastle could be true. Could be true, but a lot of Premier Leagues, guys. Even if we win 10 million from the sale of Rabiot, you save a lot of his salary, and you cash in. So at a certain moment, it's also time to move on. It's a player that I told you so many times. Rabiot will not stay at Juventus next year. It's impossible that he stays. A lot of people now, they want him to stay. It is impossible. But we have a problem. You can't just let him go without someone to replace him. You can't go on the market. So who are you trusting? It's this guy, Paul Pogba. But Corriere dello Sport is saying Pogba, he can't heal perfectly. Juventus can't find peace. The nightmare continues. He risks to miss other 5 games. The injury at the knee of Pogba continue to worry. Return on the field not earlier than the 29th of January. And where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the last game of January. So I was anticipating January Juve Monza of Coppa Italia. It will be not before, or maybe that game, the 29th of January. It's annoying, huh? It is frankly annoying. What do you want, guys? It is what it is. It is what it is. People are saying, Beppe, Fagioli, Pogba, Miretti. But there is the problem. Pogba is the problem. Is Rabiot married? No, he's not. No, he's not married. Rabiot is not married. The first thing I always do is I like this thing. Thank you, Sasha. Ciao Ninib, grande Ninib. It's annoying, huh? It's annoying. SMS. Marcello is in the chat. Grande Marcello. SMS. Well, SMS, they speak about him, but forget about it in January. Guys, you know that the remaining part of the season is really important for Juventus, because we have to do more than what we expect from Juventus. Why am I saying that? Because today we had some good news. Good news, we don't know. But at least that the case about Juventus, the investigation, they will not be judged by the one that started it, so the prosecutors from Torino, but it will be relocated, or at least will not be handled by the ones of Torino. That's a good news. We are winning time, and we are relocating to other people. Good. Anyway, the problem is that Juventus, they will have, first of all, to continue to win as we finished the first part of the season, continue to win, to make points, to arrive with points in that top 4. The dream is, of course, the Scudetto, even if today the chances are really small for a Scudetto. But for Juventus, will have to fight for it. For Scudetto or top 4, whatever, but you have to fight to winning games after game after game. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. First of all, because if you don't, with all the competition that we have, do I have to remind the competition that we have in Serie A at the moment? Let's go in Serie A. Wait, I just take that one randomly. We go to the table of Serie A that I will show you. Guys, we are third, it's true. 31 points, 2 points less than Milan. But then you have Lazio, Inter at 30. Atalanta 27, that's 4 points from Juve, 4 points from Roma, and then you have Udinese, Torino, Fiorentina a bit further away. But until Roma, there are only 4 points between the third and the seventh. Only 4 teams are going to Champions League next year. Why am I fearing it also? Because you never know what they will say in terms of sporting side. You know that my battle is not to prove Juventus right or wrong. Why? Because I was not there in the offices of La Cantinassa. I'm a streamer of Twitch and I take care of my business. I don't know what has done well or not. It's not my job to judge that. What I'm fighting is the media, how they are reporting things. This is what I'm doing. But you never know if at the end of the season they tell you, okay, we take away 5 points. You were fourth or you were even second. You lose 5 points, you are out of the top 4. So about Vlahovic, about other players, you don't know where you will be at the end of the season. So that's why we need all the players at disposal to continue to win, to have a maximum of points. Because if you're first with 10 points difference, like for example Napoli, they have 8-point difference with Milan, and they take you with 3 points, you don't care, you still win the Champions League. If you are in look here, for example, here we have 31. Show you, we have 31 now at the moment. Imagine they take you away 2 points at the end of the season. Well, you are out of Champions League. And that will also count a lot in the future. I'm not saying that Juventus, they will be deducted some points, but Juventus will have to have all his team at disposal, the most one, to continue to win a maximum of points. First of all, to beat the competition and be there, and to dream. But then also because you don't know what can happen in the future. Annoying thing about Pogba. Annoying news. Really, really annoying news. Thank you to Hanin to tag me. It is an annoying news. Beppe, do you think we can win the Europa League? I have no idea. I'm curious to see about who will be there on the 4th of January on the field. Di Maria didn't play again today. Semi-final. So it's an important game. It's a super crucial game. Di Maria didn't play. He didn't play. So that means that he's not 100% good. They already took 4 points. Yeah, of course. The 2 of Roma and the 2 of Salernitana. They already took 4 points. In a way. If we win Super League, we can directly qualify for Champions League. Do you think we could try to do that? Well, Juventus, guys, they want to do something beautiful and magical. They want. But it's not because you want that you will succeed. We were not able to win the group stage, the group stage in Champions League to win or to arrive second. We were lost versus Maccabi Haifa in a different moment. It's hard to say now, we are in Europa League, we can win. There are some teams like Barcelona, like Arsenal, like Roma, for example. There are a lot of big teams there that dropped from Champions League and the one that were not able to qualify to Champions League. So it's difficult to say, can we win or not? If you tell me, Beppe, we have a 100% healed team, I tell you, we have our chances, because Allegri showed that he was able to stick the team together. One, the team, they want to do something in a really special year where Agnelli left and so on. By the way, Agnelli was there in the training session this morning, just to tell you, for the people that thought he's gone forever. No. But winning the Europa League, or actually giving or having as an objective the Europa League, can be really dangerous. Why? Because it's probably the last game of the season after the Serie A is over. So, and we know the chance that we have with finals, going to put everything on one game at the end of the final of Champions League to be in or out of the Champions League would be a total disaster. I would not have that as my first objective, even if Juventus, they said that they want to go in all competition as far as possible. The writing was on the wall with Pogba. Bad signing, add it to the list. I agree and I disagree with Mark on that one, because it's something that we said before signing him, that his situation was easy to know. the medical situation of Pogba. You open transfer market, you go to the injury list, and you know the injuries of Pogba. So it was quite easy. Like we knew for Ramsey, it's not because it's Pogba that he did well at Juventus the first spell that we have to defend him or defend the management that signed him back. But there is a big difference with Pogba. That tests that were done on Pogba that affirmed that he was 100% ready to play and that his past injuries were not a problem to worry about. The problem is that he had an injury with a knock that nobody could know. It's the same one as Chiesa. No, it's not the same as Chiesa. It's a different one. But it's the same as Chiesa, a perfect healed player that Smalling, a knock, boom, boom, and he's out for now 1 year. For 1 year out, Chiesa. Well, who could have known that? It's the same as Gabriel Jesus. Big investment, never a problem. Well, World Cup, big injury, he will miss the season. Neuer is going to ski. He break his legs. Or one or two, I don't know. Anyway, so if he would have had a muscular injury, I will tell you, yeah, we knew it, and we did it. But you can't compare it, guys. You can't compare because it's a knock. Then, if you tell me, Beppe, Pogba took a really bad decision and the responsibility is on him, I agree with you. He said it. The agent said it. Juventus was pissed off. I am pissed off. We are all pissed off. But we can't go with we knew it because it's not true. It's not true. If he would have had a muscular injury, a back problem, or all the things that he already had, we said, it's again a repetition of what he had. And that's why I am a bit annoyed when I see these kind of comments about we knew it, because it's something totally different. Does that change the fact that we are pissed off? No, it doesn't change. It just changes a bit the narrative in the nightmare continues and we have really bad luck. Sometimes we are looking for it. De Sciglio, I agree with you. De Sciglio is something to be pissed off on the management or whoever chose about it. De Sciglio is a problem because we knew about the injuries. We gave him an extension. Even if you halve it, his salary, it's a big problem. TTP, it's pronounced La France. Who's TTP? Jamie Drummer. Who is TTP? La France. La France with an R. France, not La France. We are on a roll bit. They had to change. Maybe Michel. Beppe, do you think Italy would have had a good... No, I believe they would not even have passed the group stages. Italy is bad, guys. Italy is really bad. I love Italy, but the truth is, no. Then maybe you're lucky and you have 4 points and you go through the group stages, but I don't believe it. Buonanotte, good night, Glenroy Ford. We have a lot of English people on the channel. I'm happy about that. Raffaello Franco, Beppe, if you had to give a percentage of winning Serie A, what would it be? 0.1% today. You know, the hope I can have is you have a full team. You have a full team that says we have to fight. We have to fight about the injustice that we receive, like the women, for example. If you're looking at Tutto Sport of today's, let me check where it is. Wait, we will go to Tutto Sport. I want to show you something. So Tutto Sport of this morning, they were... Wait, let me turn it like that, otherwise you will have the sound every single minute. Here we are with Cecilia Salvai. Cecilia Salvai, that says we heard a lot of chants and things and so on. These are our answers. So what are we speaking about? I don't know if you are following women football or not of Juventus, but since a few weeks now, when Juventus women is playing away from home, they hear a lot of disgusting things. They hear chants, they hear insults, they hear a lot of really strange things. Why? Because at the moment, men football is not playing. And the supporters, they are too much at home and they have nothing to do. So a lot of people ask these supporters to come and to support the women. The problem is that they are not supporting the women. They are kind of ultras that they are there to insult the opposition. So instead of supporting their own team, Roma, Inter, these are the players that we played away against, well, they are insulting the other team, that is Juventus. Also because of the echo that all the media had about the recent things, well, they continue to say, tornerete in B, you will go back to Serie B, for example. What is actually totally absurd if you know that the women football, they were created and they never played in Serie B, they played only in Serie A. And by the way, they won 5 titles on 5, and this time beating Roma. They are second at -3, and there are some playoffs since this season, so nothing lost. They can go with a 6th title in a row since creation. So they are a bit crazy because Inter was in Serie B, not Juventus. Women, we're speaking about the women part. If they are there just to insult the first team, well, it's annoying. But the reaction of the women that said, Cecilia, she said on Twitch, I was watching on the Twitch channel of Juve, she was also saying, of course, it hurts a lot, all the things. It's not only Juve, you will go to B. It's really insulting the individuals, the players, and so on and so on. Well, it hurts a lot, but she said at a certain moment, these were our answers. And what are the answers? It's the victory. And I believe that also, I believe that after everything that has been said about Juventus and so on, some players, they should have in their heart also that rivalry effect of saying, let's go, let's be stronger, like Italy did in 2006 after all the affairs that we heard on the papers. They stick together and they went to winning it. TTP. Julia Grosso is better than McKennie. Julia Grosso, fantastic, fantastic player. Fantastic player. So, Andy today is a really full power, Andy Golding. Who will be our new right back? Mala? Well, Mala, apparently, Arif, Atalanta, they don't want to give him on loan. They don't want to. So we have to maybe give up about Karsdorp. They're speaking about Karsdorp, but Karsdorp apparently Roma, they don't want to give him on loan. And there is already a Premier League on him, Fulham on Karsdorp. So who will it be? We don't know. They're speaking about some left back, Parisi, for next year. But about the right back, I have absolutely no idea who will come. Maybe at the end you will go with Odriozola. Could be, even if he can go to Roma. How will Juve respond to the media? Well, we already started. Because for some people, Ninip, it's not really a big answer from Juventus and so on. But Juventus already started, and it's actually something that I spoke a lot about in the video that I made about the statement that came from Juventus for the birthday wishes of President Agnelli. Let me go back if I can find it or not. Let me check if I can show you. All contents, because there was something really important. The 6th of December. Here we are. Look, the first part is here. Today is the birthday of President Agnelli, blah, 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 blah. Much has been written, much has been said, much will still be said. And we want to say today, to borrow a term dear to Andrea, simply thank you, okay? While leafing through the pages of the newspaper, you may risk losing sight of other pages, those of the history of the books. Well, it looks like nothing. It looks like nothing, and Juventus they didn't really answer. But actually, these words are super important because it shows that Juventus they want to attack, they want to answer, they want to respond. How? They will never do it as some clubs are doing now, fighting on Twitter. They will not. This is not Juventus. This is not Agnelli. This is not Exor. This is not the way. This is not what Juventus will do. They will not go and slam people online just as kids fighting on Twitter. No, but they showed really that they read, they know, they are aware, and they will respond step by step. This is not the most important at the moment, or at least Juventus already answered, warning them, pay attention. I'm sure that privately they also do some things. How? I don't know what the strategy will be, but I can guarantee you that there will be a way. Then the thing is, will we, simple supporters, know about it? Or will we discover it through the time? That's a big question that I don't know. Will it be done privately in a really great way? Or will it be done that it will be leaked and that we will know? I don't know. So that I can't tell you. I just can tell you that yes, Juventus will answer this time. That's a fact. If you're asking on the field, yeah, Juventus they will have. Look, Agnelli was there on the field today. Yeah, he was there on the field today. It's actually showing a middle finger like this. Was showing a middle finger like this to all the people that said he will never. His cousin John Elkann doesn't want him at Juve anymore. The face, he will never be there. It's an internal fight in the family, and so on and so on. Well, he was there. TTP is saying word that Elkann is heir of Agnelli family. No, it's not. It's actually simple. It's like, for example, my sister. She's married with someone. My name is Bognanni. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not GJustjuve. My name is Bognanni. Her name of my sister is Bognanni, but the kids of my sister, they are not called Bognanni. They are called Cino. Like cappuccino, but without the capu. It's just Cino. One day, for example, I don't, but we have a lot of kids. Huh? We have kids everywhere. We are a big family. But let's say that I had a daughter, and she had a boy. The boy could be potentially the heir of the family in the future, and it will not be Bognanni, but it will be Cino, because he's the son of my sister, for example. That's, Elkann family. The mother was an Agnelli, the father was an Elkann. So it's not that weird. I'm sorry. Who said it? Wait, that was a funny comment. Locatelli. No, it's not GJustjuve. I'm sorry, Locatelli. That's not my real name. I'm sorry, Andy. Sorry, Andy, as well. Team Croatia. Croatia, Carmine. Croatia is gone. Today there was no game. There was absolutely no game. Today was disaster for Croatia. But immediately. Let's see what France will do tomorrow versus Morocco. We will go into the final. I'm really curious. Attention, there is a new news. Attenzione. Di Maria could leave Juventus already in January. Mamma mia, disaster. I need to check it with my own eyes. Tutto. I don't read it. Here we go. We always have to read ourselves. That's important. Di Maria, written by director or vice director of tutto Juve. Attenzione, attenzione. La Juventus sarebbe consapevole che Angel Di Maria suscita l'interesse di diverse squadre e potrebbe anche concludere un affare con la sua partenza. Nelle ultime ore si è parlato di un possibile interesse per la MLS nordamericana, che potrebbe essere l'Inter Miami, ma c'è anche la possibilità che torni in Argentina, dove ha molti più pretendenti come il Rosario Central, la sua prima squadra, o addirittura il River Plate. Well, I will translate and then we can speak. That will be the last argument of today, because otherwise what can we speak about the other days? Guys. Michael Russell, what did I miss? Everything. Well, what are they saying here? They are saying Juventus is aware that Di Maria has the eyes on him from diverse teams. And with Di Maria leaving Juve, Juventus could potentially cash in and doing actually a nice deal. In the last hours, they are speaking about an interest from MLS, with Inter Miami being interested on the Argentinian player, but there's also the possibility of him going back to Argentina, where he has a lot of interest, like Rosario Central, that he always loves to go back to, his first team of his heart, or even River Plate. Well, we were just speaking about Di Maria a bit earlier. First of all, I have no idea where this is coming from. There are no sources. It's just Massimo Pavan, that is the director or vice director of Tutto Juve, that is giving his opinion about the voices around Di Maria. So I don't know where he's coming with that news. But if we are thinking logically, I saw here a comment like it looks like he never arrived of the Andy. Well, I tell you the truth. I'm not supporting Argentina. For the people that do not know, I'm not supporting Argentina. But it's true that I love to see my players playing with Argentina. Well, it's true that when I saw Paredes, for example, today, but also in the first game of the World Cup, and I met Paredes, we did the fist in front of the stadium the day that he was presented. I was not feeling like he was yet a Juve player. Of course, the World Cup arrived in a really strange time. We didn't have the time to really see them. It was really strange. But Di Maria as well. I kind of missed, like to see Di Maria at Juve. Because of a bad start, because of his injury, because of whatever you want. But it's strange. Then, guys, Di Maria leaving Juve in January. Everyone is going to leave Juve in January. Vlahovic, Di Maria, McKennie, Rabiot to Newcastle. Guys, how many players will we have? What does that mean, Di Maria leaving in January? If it's true that you are cashing in, look, Rosario Central, they will give you zero money. River Plate, they will give you zero money. Do you remember? Boca Juniors for Tevez, I didn't see any money. Or other players that went back to Brazil, to Argentina, or to wherever. They don't have money. They don't have money. So I don't believe in that. Then MLS, Inter Miami, well, the players that went there was Higuain and Matuidi. Both of them they left for free, anticipating the end of their contract. Douglas Costa leaving for free. I don't know where he went from Juve. You remember? In Brazil. So, how many they will give you? I don't know. Here. Potrebbe concludere un affare. They could do a beautiful deal. What is the deal of Di Maria leaving? Seriously. A player that will be free at the end of the year. I don't know. You save on the salary. That's it, huh? And, if you're speaking about Bonucci, for example, 6 million salary, 1 more year of contract. Guys, there are some interest because you are saving a lot. Here, not even. So, half of the salary has already been paid for a player that can give you something. Ealing Junior is playing another position, Locatelli, and attenzione with Ealing Junior, because I see a lot of great words for the kid. I love the kid. I really love the kid. Ealing Junior, seriously, but I'm following him since he arrived at Juve from the youth academy of Chelsea. Really fantastic, but he missed a bit of continuity. And what he did in the first team, he played 47 minutes. Don't forget that. He impressed everyone. Even the coaches that were in the next gen were surprised, and really surprised positively, by what he did. Now, judging a player on 47 minutes that entered in games where Juventus had to go and win, it's one thing. Wait, because then we are going with immediately when he will miss a pass, when he will miss a goal, when he will play a game where he will not find immediately, or when he will start and maybe not give that for 90 minutes, we will throw him from the bus. And that would be really a pity for a kid that is having a really great thing. And if Di Francesco probably would not have nearly killed him, well, we could have been even more happy and saw better things. So tranquilly with Ealing Jr. We are happy. Who knows? Maybe he will perform as a god. Happy, fantastic. But then, guys, it's always the same. It's always the same. Chill. You are not obliged to overhype him, Locatelli, because then you will be disappointed yourself. Bentancur, we got him from Boca Juniors, yeah. And then half of the money we had to give them to Boca Juniors. Disaster deal. We had, by the way, two players. And one was really, really bad. Really bad. What was his name again? Va. It was a player with Va. Can you help me, guys? What was his name? Argentinian player that we got in the deal with Tevez. Guido Vadala. Mamma mia. Yeah, that was the guy. Grande Kaushik. Grande. Yeah, that was the name. Fantastic. Disappeared from planet Earth. I remember. The new Tevez. Unfortunately. It happens, huh? In 47 minutes, he showed more than Sule. Yes, it's true. Mark, it's absolutely true. But it's total different players. You can't compare the necessity of having Ealing. Ealing is more a player that can do your 3-5-2. Up and down. That's his position. He can play on the left. Not that much on the right, but he played a few games this season on the right side, but that's his position really, going on the wing. While Sule is a total different player, a player that is a magic in his feet. And he already showed some things, but Sule is not a player of counter-attack. It's not a player that goes on the wing, goes in with a cross, and he's killing it. No, that's not Sule. Sule is a kind of Di Maria player, kind of Dybala player, more Di Maria than Dybala. The one that will be able to control, to understand, to give you that pass. Fantastic player in that Sule. And unfortunately, Juventus, they stepped away from that 4-3-3, so difficult for him to find a spot in that new 3-5-2, and also didn't really had a lot of chances. The other one, yes, but in moments where we needed that player, which is not Sule, and that's why Sule was not entering. But I agree that if you are comparing what you saw today, yes, he showed more, of course. Yes, it's true. He's fantastic, and we will probably see him also traveling. It depends, guys. Let me check when is under 19 playing, because guys, we will have some under 19 in the next gen that will travel, because otherwise we have only 14 players. Not even. Let me check. So the under 19 fixtures. Playing on the... No, they don't play. They don't play until the 6th of January. That's why. So, easy. we'll have a lot of under 19 players. For the next gen players, I will tell you the next gen players are playing on the 17th. So forget about under 23 players next gen, but think about under 19, and that's why the under 19 are training a lot. So Yildiz will be there. Kenan Yildiz. No, Franco, he will not be promoted soon. Even if he will play really fantastically well with Juve versus Arsenal, he will be there. So watch it. He will be there. It will probably be called up. It will be. I anticipated you already. Yeah, I anticipate you. You will probably hear a lot of fuzz. Mamma mia, Yildiz is there. He has been called up. Well, you will have a lot of players from under 19 who will be there. Probably Huijsen will be there. Mulazzi, Barbieri, Kenan Yildiz, Haza, Ealing Jr., yes. Maybe even Mbangula. You will have some players there. Who knows? Maybe all the under 19 will travel with. Why? Because you can do one half. You never know. Ealing Jr., if you will be able to see him, he trained with the team today, so he could be there. Yeah, Andy, attenzione, I didn't say he will play. I think personally, I really anticipate you. I think he will be called up with a lot of under 19 players. We don't have enough players of first team. We don't have them. So, could be. Yeah. Big chances. So at least you are prepared. You will not He will be there. Pinzolo to captain the team. No, you have Bonucci, guys. You have Bonucci. Bueno, ragazzi, we spoke about Di Maria. That was the last news. We spoke about everything. So it's over. 1:37. I enjoyed the live. Mamma mia, it was really a great live today. I don't know if we had a bit of people that subscribed to the channel today. Let me check. Sometimes, guys. No, not even one. Not even one subscribed to the channel during the live. That's a bit of a pity, to be honest. That's a bit of a pity. And, no, not even one. There are some people here watching without subscribing. Hey guys, send me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Instagram, send me on Instagram some pictures when you are at the game Saturday. But we'll do some lives anyway. Radovan, great, warm, and useful live as always. It was nice. I liked it. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, TTPQ. Thank you to LJJ, Raffaello Franco, Jamie Drummer. Who am I supporting? I don't care. I actually don't care. Maybe Morocco would be nice, the Cinderella. Otherwise, France, Morocco, less Argentina. Ciao, Abdirahim, Michael Razo. The life was great, Michael. You will enjoy it. Ciao ragazzi, forza Juve. Ciao. And hopefully Santa Claus will bring you a lot of gifts. A lot of gifts. Hopefully. You want to see something? Watch. Wait. Watch, guys. For the people that are still there, I will make it a bit bigger. Watch. Wait. Or you will not be able to see it. Can you see it? Look at the gifts. The gifts. You see the gifts? Look at the logo. I have a lot of gifts here. Wait. You see them? Hey, I can't wait. I don't know what it is. So my wife, she bought some things, guys. They are also for my son, of course. I can't open them. I have to wait. I have to wait. Yeah, you didn't see. Yeah, we have it like this. Wait. But I can't. Should I open my gift? This is one of my gifts. This is one of my gifts. But I don't know. I don't know what's inside. I don't know what it is. I don't even know if this is Juve related, huh? Because I know there is something Juve related. I don't know. I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know what it is. I want to open them. My wife will kill me. Paratic is wired then. So, I don't know what it is. I have some others, and guys, I have no idea. This one I think I know. This one I think I know. I don't know. Not sure, not sure. The wiretap recordings are there. Yes, indeed. I don't know if it's a bomb. I don't know what it is. I'm curious. No, I would never do it. Veronique in lingerie. Mamma mia. Guys, I will stop your comments because you are going crazy. Juve Dad, can you give a quick shout out to my son Jonah? Beppe, he's a huge fan. Wait. Let's do it correctly. Jonah, continue to support Juventus, my boy. You will see, you will be happy all your life because you will know how to suffer and you will know how to win. Jonah, grazie a te. I want to close the channel because Jonah is a really Juventino. Jonah, the son of Juve, Dad. Jonah, enjoy. Forza. Juve. Ciao. Everyone in the chat, say hello to Jonah, the son of Juve, Dad. Ciao, ciao. Ciao a tutti.